Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this morning. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm, okay? So, like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things, okay? Um, if you would like to support the channel, you can definitely support the channel via Cash App. Okay. I wanted to talk about Castalia had a blog party in Dolphland, and how proud it makes me to see that they're consistently out there representing for young Dolph. Okay. Shout out to Blackwood News. Y'all know that has become everybody's source. Okay. Everybody says he be outside. I'd be proud to see a young black man doing his thing, going to being brave enough to go to crime scenes, hey, talking to the people. Um, he records the good as well as the bad. Okay, so it's very important to support someone like him, especially I send him cash apps too because I know I pull up his stuff. So make sure you guys go to his Cash App and support him because a lot of us use his stuff. He's the plug. Okay, he's definitely the plug. Okay, so I wanted to pull up because y'all know I'm not selfish. God too good to me for me to ever be selfish and it's enough for everybody, especially if we using this stuff. Okay. He was out in Castalia. It looks like he says Blackwood Meter Vlog live from Dolphland in Memphis. Now, Meter V Meter Vlog, okay, it looks like they're doing like a video. He might be a rapper. What I should have did was I should have yeah, I know I can't play that music. Let me see Meter Vlog. Let me see if he's a rapper, because if he is, I'd be one to, um, make sure I say that and give people their props. He's out there in Castalia. Me the vlog, me the vlog, me the vlog live from Castalia. I guess I don't know. Because he said that several times, so I guess that's not a rap artist, but it definitely looks like.
That's right.
He said that's Glock, and then he said no, that's not Glock. So I guess it looks like because I see them with the cameras and stuff out there, but he said it's a block party, and we didn't hear anything that I know of about anybody getting hurt or anything like that. It seems like it is, like a little block situation going on. They was just hanging out and stuff in front of Dolphland. I love to see stuff like that. Nothing happened. Nobody went over there um, and try to spray up that situation. And I'm glad because if they did, they probably would not have made it out or something like that. Hold on.
We've been riding. I don't know. Flip is bro, we live in South Memphis, man. Yeah, we live.
Okay. So as we can see, they was deep out there. Anybody had gone out there and tried to do anything, they probably didn't know that they were out there. they wouldn't have made it out. That's not a situation where you can go and shoot into a crowd, which would have been evil, okay, and spin the block and get out without somebody getting hurt. Okay. But we, with Blackwood News, when I like to see when stuff like this, especially in hoods like that, when you see a group of people together, but those people, those are, more than they all knew each other, because you're not going to go and hang in a hood where you don't know people, right? But you didn't hear about them kicking in grocery store windows and robbing folks or anything like that. They was out there doing their thing, right? And so, the thing that kind of bothers me some is when you see stuff like this. You have people that now they're so sadistic, and the reason that they're so sadistic is because now it's so easy for them to dangle money into certain people's faces and get them to go and do anything for some money, right? Man, next time they do something like that, we'll get little such and such, to go and spray up the place. They get the person that they know is a crash dummy that wants acceptance, knowing that there's going to be some retaliatory situations, or whoever he goes with is going to be some kickback, right? They don't care. I'm talking about as far as getting hit, somebody getting hit in the car, right? If they go and try and spin the block over there, right? Because we want to show them we running it. But if people are doing that now, you seeing a lot of these rappers with money doing it, because getting other people to do it. It's like they're living out their sadistic um fantasies, because you got to be sadistic to want to do something like that. But they're doing it through other people, because if they had to go do it, it wouldn't happen. They never went and spin the block. They took the money that the community they made via the community supporting them, the same communities that they hitting up and destroying, and sending somebody else's child out to do their dirty work, right? So, like I said, hey, it really, I'm happy, okay, that the Blackwood News, all right, was out there representing it. It shows that you can go over there into the hoods of Castalia. I ride by Castalia quite a bit. My cousin's mother lived in Castalia, right? Well, I ain't gonna say what street she lived on. And I don't see people out there when I go have to ride through Castalia or whatever, because I was going past Castalia quite a bit when I was doing some investigative work in Orange Mound back here a couple months ago, right? And people think Castalia is like this big wild jungle and people are hanging out, kicking in doors. No, it's a lot of older people in the community. Um, when you ride past there, the houses, a lot of the houses are older, but I see where they're trying to, they're putting more, buying houses and putting more businesses over there, because at one time I was looking at something, okay, and somebody ended up getting it before me and making it into something, but they're starting to fix that up, and it's not like it's a jungle or anything. It's not, right? But definitely in Dolphland, I'm happy, right, that that they was hanging out, and you didn't hear on the news where people were getting somebody got gunned down or anything like that. Um, that makes me happy to see that, right? But anyways, you guys, I wanted to do a video. I'm gonna go live today. I had so much going on yesterday. I had a lot of good things to happen. Um, I had a lot of good things to happen on yesterday. I have a lot of good things to happen on every day, right? And believe it or not, even when you find out now about even violations, because folks are sick when you find out about them, when it's found and stuff like that. That's a good to me, right? Um, and so some good things happen on that. and some other good things happen, as far as some more stuff that I'm doing, people helping partnering with me to do for the Memphis community. And I have to say it's bittersweet because, as I was saying before, y'all know my dad had passed away back in February, right? And this is like my dad, all of this stuff, my dad, all of this stuff my dad had put together. And it's, I was talking to someone yesterday, some people that I had to go meet with, and one of them was really good friends with my dad. And he said when he had a conversation with my dad had told him that he didn't think that he would be around much longer, probably about a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. So there were certain people that he had, and I guess as I start to get, more, confirmation and talk to people, because I just saw my dad as Superman, right? This business man with a winner's mind. When I hear that song, what a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Like I see my dad as this brilliant strategist, right? Because he was very strategic. And that's even at his funeral, everybody stood up and said, God, he was so strategic, right? Um, so it made me not feel better, but it's making me understand that everything that's going on, because I was like, dog, this is so unfair. It's so unfair that I got to continue on. I got to do this. And this is something that he built, but it's so unfair that I got to continue on without him. But that's the way he set it up, because I keep thinking about my dad kept saying, I'm gonna stick around and help y'all for 4 years, and after that I'm gonna go off the scene. And I thought he meant just retire fully from everything, you know. But I just have to say, and I said that to say this, like in the midst of everything, even all the gloominess, all of the stuff that's going on around the Memphis area, God is still in the midst of everything. Okay. And so what has to happen is there has to be more prayers, right? Because I believe even the criminals that's doing this stuff at some point, especially losing, when they start losing, it starts hitting close to home. They're gonna have to fall back down to their knees, and everybody's gonna start having to wave the white flag. They're not gonna take money and sell their souls for money for the people, right? Who's just evil and has taken on the mentality of the heathen, whoever it is in the entertainment business or whatever that's been doing this. Those people had no affiliation to black people, but you got black people that have gotten into the entertainment business, that have gotten money and has taken on that same mentality and is continuing the pattern of destroying their own community, right? There's no reason why black men should be paying other black men to go and spin the block and take out folks and be hitmen and things of that nature. That's committing genocide in their community, right? But even in the midst of that, like yesterday when I was praying, that's the reason why I didn't come on last night. One of the reasons why too, you have to, regroup and all of that, because I did have a lot going on yesterday. Um, even in the midst of that, God is going to, it's a famine right now, right? But people are being forced to pray, okay? And I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. After I left my meeting, I was so like happy. I told y'all I already knew that, they was gonna, they was gonna fun. I already knew what was gonna happen basically, because God had put it in my spirit. So I went to the Piccadilly in the Whitehaven area, and I went to the Piccadilly, and I was standing in line, and so while I was walking in, I saw this old lady um, walk up with her purse and stuff, and I don't know why. I mean, she was an old lady, and she had just gotten off of the bus. This happened yesterday. She had just gotten off of the bus, and she was standing in line because it was going kind of slow. And she started a conversation with another lady, and so she was talking about she went to this church, Stephen Brown's church, And I was like, Stephen Brown, because I went to school with Stephen Brown, and even his dad and them went to Homeland Church when I was growing up. You know, my stepmother had went to that church, and I used to see them sometimes. And then he started going to the school that I graduated from, also. And now he has a very successful church because Latrice Ryan, I love listening to her, and that's what caught my attention. And she was like, "Yeah, you know," and I mean, she was like, started talking about all of the heart issues she had had. She had heart attacks and stuff like that. 81 years old, and she was on the bus, right? She caught the bus from South Memphis to come to um, Whitehaven to have to eat. Um, so she was talking to another older lady, and they was going so slow in the line, and God had touched my heart and was like, buy their food, right? So the lady was going real slow. I was like, ma'am, could you please, you know, fix my stuff? Because I want to buy those two ladies lunch. Okay. And so um she's, oh, okay, all right, okay. You know, they get on my nerve anyways. Okay, sometimes up in there, but hey, shout out to them. They looks at my gospel show. All right, not everybody. So I ended up, I said, ma'am, I would like to buy y'all's lunch. And she was like, and this hurt me so bad when she said, the 81-year-old lady said, you don't have to do that, you show. I got $40. She said, I got 40. Yeah, she said, I got 40. I got $40. I can buy my own lunch. It's gonna last me for the rest of the month. Y'all, it hurt me so bad. The fact that it's November, it was November the 9th on yesterday, and you had an old lady that's 80, almost 81 years old, catching a bus. And I mean, she do it to keep her spirit alive, right? To get out, she says, because she's had heart attacks, to exercise and stuff. Talking about she had $40 that was going to last her for the rest of the month, right? And so I ended up buying their food. And so when I got ready to leave, she said, young lady, could you please come here? And before I walked out, she was like, let me pray for you. And it was just something about those prayers that that old lady had released, because she started, I mean, it was like a 5-minute prayer. Okay, standing and I was standing in Piccadilly. It was like a 5-minute prayer, but it was something about that prayer where I feel like it was something that was released. And I said that to say this, that's what's going to have to start happening. We got to be kind to each other, you know what I mean? Everything that we do ain't just about us. We got to learn to start giving. If God touch your heart to pay for somebody's meal, do that, because God will give it to you double. I had just got a blessing up out this world when I had walked up in there. I didn't know I was going to meet these people. Came home, ended up re-energizing myself, just kept getting good emails after good emails after good emails, even when, you know, when the devil thought he was going to vex my spirit about finding out some of this stuff that some of these people have done to me. Knowing and finding what has happened is a beautiful thing. You see what I'm talking about? That's the type of God that we serve. And so when she started praying for me, those prayers that was released into the atmosphere, I was thinking about that as I was meditating and stuff on yesterday, like I said, which is one of the reasons why I didn't come on last night, because people was reaching out to me, are you going to come on? And I started to, and I was like, I need to revive and re-energize myself and meditate. And just those prayers, her praying, that's what's going to have to happen in Memphis. And that's what God is in the process of doing, where people aren't going to have any choice but to turn from their wicked ways and turn back to God and fall to their knees and look to the hills, because that's where all of their help is going to come from, right? And like I said, I felt like it was important to, even though, you know, they were just out there hanging out on the corner, it is important to show that Black people in a neighborhood, especially with Castalia being considered the hood, can get together. And when nobody popped up or anything like that, God is still in the midst of everything. Okay. And sometimes Everything has to be torn down, especially when it's been built on sand. Black people have been taken advantage of because trust me, I know a lot of this stuff is engineered. All of this stuff, sometimes it has to be, sometimes the only way up is down. You have to fall down to go back up, right? The only way up is down, being down, right? And so I think a lot of things have been, I don't know, just being torn down because of the structure. A lot of these people taking it, a lot of the politicians, how they've done it. You know what I mean? Just, but I understand that even still, God is in control of everything, right? God is in control of everything. But anyways, I know I talked, okay, and I love seeing Dolph um face up there because believe it or not, they took him out, but they made him immortal. Okay, they made him immortal, and like I said, you know, with people, even with the people that are on here to try and spin a narrative, I think they need to put some respect on his name because a lot of them ain't never had nothing, and because of that, whatever it is, true or false, that they are saying about Dolph, that's the spirit of Dolph. They able to get money, so they really need to put some respect on him. But what they want to do is double dip, make money off of his name, and also take money from the people that um, did this to him. But they need to choose because they're gonna end up dead. Okay, because your sins will find you out. They're gonna end up dead. Okay, because that's what happens. The wages of sin is death. So they need to get some act right on them. Okay. But anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you can definitely support the channel via Cash App. I love you guys. I'll talk with you later.